My name is William Thompson and I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been doing comedy since about the age of 15, 16 when I first started making videos and putting them online. I initially started doing that in media studies class. We were given like an assignment and you had to make a music video, and I made mine just a bit funny and I really enjoyed that, and I put it online. That got a good response, so I just made more and more videos. And then I didn't get into stand-up until I was about 17, 18. I suffer from cerebral palsy, which is a disability that stems from brain damage. It can affect you in multiple different ways. Some people have speech problems, which I did have as a kid. I had to go to speech therapy. A lot of people have mobility problems, memory problems. For me, it affects the right side of my body and tightens up all the muscles on the right side. Makes it, I run in an awkward way and I walk in an awkward way. You may not be able to tell initially, but if I pointed out to you, you would then spot it. It definitely influenced me probably to not start doing stand-up, but I used to get bullied like as a kid and I couldn't hit the people back. You know what I mean? I'm a disabled kid with like one arm. So I used to, from people making fun of me, I used to then start making fun of them back, and I think that's where I started to learn how to make jokes about things, because instead of like fighting back or getting in trouble, I used to just be cheeky back to them and say something like, if someone was like, "Oh, you're looking, you know, very disabled today." Not a good heckle, but I just like, "Oh, is your dad still leaving your mum? Is he?" Just something like that, something to know that's happening, just so they leave me alone. So I think I've really developed love of like slobbering at people through that, which I've certainly carried into comedy. And it definitely, I talk about it on stage. I wouldn't say it defines me as a comedian. I wouldn't say to someone, "Come see my show, it's a show about cerebral palsy." It isn't. I'll talk about it, I'll talk about how it affects me, but I can't speak for anyone else. The current comedy scene in Northern Ireland, if I had to say one sentence to describe it, it would be the only way is up for it, because we were very behind other countries. You know, England, Scotland, they all have bona fide comedy clubs, whereas we just had bars where like there's a football match on and there's like 4 people watching you and you've just got a microphone in the back. And like every time you have a joke, you're just getting like shouted over because someone got a free kick. So it's great now that there's people like Colin Gaddis, there's people like Shane Todd coming and selling out 1,000-seaters. So it's good that the ability to put things on the internet has helped comedy here grow, and it's really given a solid foundation to the point people are now going to regular comedy nights. So I think from here it'll only grow.